Look, let's talk about America for a second. There's this feeling, right, that something's off, that the whole system is getting a little out of control. I'm a guy in my 40s, originally from Florida, and I've spent my life in the business world. And over the last couple of years, I've made a point to spend significant time outside the US. I'm talking about living in places like Colombia, parts of Europe. And let me tell you, it completely changed the way I see everything, especially for you guys in your late 20s, your 30s. You're at that critical point. You're trying to build something, maybe start a business, get ahead in life, and you're probably feeling the pressure, the grind. It's relentless. Leaving the US gave me a perspective on business, on wealth, on the whole game that you just can't get when you're stuck in the thick of it. It's shown me some uncomfortable truths about what America is truly great at and where it's dangerously falling behind. So, today, we're going to get real. We'll talk about the business opportunities between countries, the cultural traps you can fall into, and how you can actually use the American system to your advantage without letting it consume you. And full disclosure, America has given me everything. The opportunities here are just insane. It's a massive advantage in the world, and I almost feel guilty criticizing it. But we're going to put it on blast today, the good, the bad, and the profitable. Because let's be honest with ourselves, it can be incredibly difficult to get ahead in America today. You can get trapped in that work and spend cycle so easily. And by the way, for anyone new here, welcome to Business Letters. My goal with this channel is to give you the no BS advice I wish I had when I was starting out. So if that's what you're looking for, stick around. Now, before we get into the heavy stuff, I want to talk about why you, as a business-minded guy, should get some international exposure. I'm not talking about a one-week vacation to an all-inclusive resort. I mean, really seeing another way of life. Most of us live in a bubble. I did for a long time. Grew up in Florida, went to school there, started my first ventures there. That was my entire world. That was my bubble. And when you live in a wealthy first world country, it's so easy to take things for granted because life is, well, it's comfortable. But here's the thing about comfort. It's the enemy of growth. Your learning curve flattens out. You stay comfortable, you follow the same path everyone else does, the 9 to 5, the mortgage, the car payments, the golden handcuffs. And while there's nothing wrong with loving where you're from, a part of me always wondered, what else is out there? Is this really the only way to play the game? So traveling and actually living abroad changed everything for me because when you leave, you're forced to see your own country through a new lens. You get perspective, you get uncomfortable, you learn. Eventually, just being in the same place, it starts to feel stale. You got to shake things up. For me, it was learning a new language, understanding a different business culture, a completely different pace of life, not just to learn about the world, but to learn about myself and my own assumptions. So, if you ever get the chance to work remotely for a month or just go live somewhere else for a bit, take it. It might be the most valuable business education you'll ever get. Okay, so it's no secret America gets a lot of attention, a lot of criticism, and yeah, some of it is just negativity and outrage culture, but a lot of it is justified. There are times when living in the US feels exhausting, especially if you don't know how to navigate the system. I was fortunate. I figured out how to build wealth and escape the rat race, but not everyone gets that chance. And it wasn't until I left that I really saw how deep some of these problems go. So let's start with the big one, the work culture. It's a burnout culture. Burnout is normalized. The hustle is worshipped. In America, you're told to work to live, but for most people, it ends up being live to work. It's a very materialistic, productivity-obsessed mindset, and that mindset just gets baked into you. I remember there was a citywide power outage when I was in Portugal. I looked around, and people were on their balconies, sipping wine, talking, just relaxing. They were embracing the moment. Me, on the other hand, the American in me was freaking out. I was stressed. I had meetings to reschedule, emails I couldn't send. My whole day was ruined. I was pissed, and everyone else was just chilling. I realized then that was a me problem. That stress response was conditioned into me by years of the American hustle. Another thing is the cost of living. It's gotten brutal. It's so easy to fall into the trap. You need a car to get anywhere, so you get a car payment. Then you need a house, so you're buried in a mortgage. Then bills, insurance, lifestyle inflation kicks in. Most people get on a treadmill they can't step off of. A recent MarketWatch survey said 57% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 57%. We talk about the greatness of the American economy, but most people aren't able to truly take advantage of it. They're too busy just trying to survive in it. Every time I come back to the States, I really feel it. I remember landing in Miami after a trip to Colombia. The entire weekend in Colombia, for me and my girlfriend, cost me maybe $100. We ate like kings. Then I get to the Miami airport, and a single burger and a beer cost me $55. One meal. That contrast is insane. But okay, to be fair, let's look at the flip side. Let's talk about what America excels at. And this is the crucial part for you guys. There is no other country in the world with more opportunity to make money than America, period. There's a reason people risk everything to come here. It's because they see what's possible. If your goal is to generate serious income, America is still the best place to do it. The data backs it up. It's one of the only countries where regular people can become seriously wealthy. To give you some perspective, if California were its own country, it would be the fourth largest economy in the world, ahead of Germany, India, the UK, just one state. The access to capital, technology, speed, innovation, it's unmatched. Things just happen faster in America. When I moved to Europe and later Colombia, it blew my mind how slow things could be. Getting a bank account, starting a process, anything bureaucratic, it takes forever. In America, you can incorporate a business online in an afternoon. A huge part of my own success is simply because of where I was born. Access to education, a stable environment, and a market that's ready and willing to spend money. So what's the takeaway here for an aspiring entrepreneur? This is where it gets interesting. I'm starting to believe the new American dream isn't about living in America at all. It's about leveraging the American economy. This idea is called geo-arbitrage. You earn in a strong currency like the US dollar, and you live or spend in a weaker one. It's the ultimate business cheat code. Think about it. American companies are already doing it. They're increasingly hiring talented people from other countries because the salaries are different. Let's say you're a business owner. You could hire one decent American developer for $100,000, or you could hire 5 brilliant, hardworking developers from Latin America or Southeast Asia for the same total cost. It's a great salary for them, and it's incredible value for your business. It's a win-win. More and more people are catching on to this. You can build an online business, a service, a YouTube channel, anything that earns US dollars while living a much higher quality, lower stress life somewhere else. Your $5,000 a month might feel tight in a big US city, but in many parts of the world, you're living like a king. So, yeah, America has its problems, big ones. But there's still no country I'd rather be from. It's given me so much, the opportunities, the freedom, the mindset to build something from nothing. And the simple fact that I speak English and understand American culture, that alone makes me money. So when I hear people born in America complain endlessly, I don't really buy it. The opportunity is real. But at the same time, money isn't everything. Everywhere I go, I see the same thing. people are just trying to make it. They want a good life. They want to find their purpose. Freedom isn't just about where you live. It's about how you live, how you spend your days, and who you spend them with. And sometimes you have to leave home to finally understand that.